Running ads to generate high-ticket leads comes with its own challenges, but by far one of the biggest challenges that clients personally come to us is lead quality. Not generating leads, but making sure that the leads that you generate are actually financially qualified. And the reason why a lot of businesses are struggling with generating high quality leads is because they're doing Facebook ads like if it was 5, 6 years ago. But the truth is, since 2025, the summer of 2025, everything has changed. Meta has changed its targeting options. Meta has changed the way that it actually looks for leads for you. And in this video, I'm going to go over those changes, and I will also explain to you how we pivoted the way we do ads for our clients and why our clients are now getting even better results than ever before while the rest of the market is struggling. And in case you're wondering why you should listen to me, my name is Nazim. In the last 10 years, I've made my clients over $40 million in high ticket sales. I was in the ClickFunnels 10X Club multiple times. As you can see behind my back, scaled 2 of my clients to 8 figures. So definitely know a thing or two about Facebook ads, because Facebook ads and funnels is all we do. So without any further ado, let's get into it. Alright, and before we get started, obviously the proof is in the pudding, and I want to show you some proof that you actually know what I'm talking about. This is a sample client account we took over about 2 months ago, and as you can see, these are the ads they were running before, and they were generating leads for $2,000 a pop. And this is not even a joke. They were literally generating calls at $1,000, not even $2,000 per call booked. And now here we are, we're generating them at about $70 a call booked. And this is, by the way, financially qualified bookings. And we're only tracking financially qualified bookings with our Facebook pixel, which is going to be one of the biggest lessons in this video that I'll share with you. But yeah, the stuff clearly works. And let's go over those changes, actually, what happened since the summer of 2025. And what has happened is probably something you've heard about. It's called the Advantage Plus. It's basically Meta's new algorithmic targeting that does the targeting based on much deeper factors than, let's say, interest targeting that it used to be. I'm talking 6, 7 years ago, would get in the ad account, would literally spend days collecting interesting targeting options like Rolls-Royce, Rolex, top 10% income, or works at an XYZ industry, would literally sit down and pour over all of those interests, because that was the only way for Meta, Facebook at the time, to do its targeting. But obviously with the introduction of AI that Meta has been adopting very aggressively, which is great, it's improved the way it does its targeting. And these days, instead of doing interest targeting, by the way, here's an official article from Meta in June 2025. As you can see here, literally it says, we will gradually consolidate, which means remove some of our detailed targeting interest options by combining relevant interests into groups. But essentially what happened was, overnight, tons of interesting targeting options disappeared. And that's why so many businesses struggled, because they didn't know how to adapt. And the way you adapt to Advantage Plus targeting, which again, like I said, can be a lot stronger than what we used to before, is by giving Facebook, Meta now, a lot more context. And what I mean by context is this. It's your ad creatives. Mainly, it's the 2 parts in the ad. Number 1, it's the ad copy in your ads, and then number 2 is a video ad script. And in case you're not doing it yet, I'll highly suggest that 90% of the ads you run on your ad account are video ads, especially if you are coaching, consulting, if you are selling knowledge, you're a course creator, you're the product. If you're the product, it makes sense to do video ads, because it basically gives people the most context about what it's like to learn and work with you, right? So, and obviously also it gives a lot more context to Meta to literally transcribe what you're saying in the ad on top of the ad copy here, right, that I just show. And it gives it basically double the context to improve its targeting. And this is literally what we've been doing with our clients all along. Let's have a quick look at the client account again. As you can see, also very simple structure that we're running. This is the only campaign we're running. Mind you, before, they literally ran like 12 campaigns to get these turd results. And now we're running only 2 conversion campaigns, which is this one going out to cold audiences, and this one is going to remarketing. That's it. And if we look into the cold audiences, we can see that broad is the only thing that we're running now. And this thing is working so well, we literally had to dumb down our budget all the way to from like 1,000 to 180, because we're booking so many sales calls for our people. Like literally, since, I mean, this campaign has been running. Okay, let's have a look. Like, we launched this barely a month ago, not even a month ago, and we've already booked 100 calls on top of other organic bookings that they get, which also mounts up to 100 sales calls. So we're literally only running with about 180 budget now and still covering the sales team's needs. Now let's have a look inside of the ad set, because to your surprise, it's not going to be one campaign, one ad set, one ad like most gurus are preaching it out there, because it helps you to test better. You don't need to test with Advantage Plus targeting. Sure, you can, and maybe you might in some cases get marginal results, but if you just want stable, good results, here's what you do. You literally cram as many video ads as possible into your ad sets. So again, one campaign, one ad set, broad targeting, and also inside of the broad targeting, here's one more thing I'll show you, is what we like to do is also we like to put on the Advantage Plus on placements, right? Too many ad pros are trying to essentially control manually this ad creation process when they don't have to. I feel like it's the old dinosaurs trying to latch on to essentially the work that made them feel valuable, but I'm not here to feel valuable because I am configuring something in the ads manager. My clients are getting great results because we are taking advantage of all the novelty and all the improvements and updates platforms like Meta are releasing, and sure as hell we're going to use them in our advantage, right? And getting great results is not just farting around in the ads manager, which is my point. It's also writing the ads that target your ICP. It's also doing funnel tweaks, which I'll also talk about. But let's have a look. So we'll do Advantage Plus on placements, which literally gives Meta ability to place its ads whatever the hell it wants. Threads, Instagram, Facebook, audience networks, everything. We completely trust it. And as you can see, it pays off. And then again, super broad targeting, one country, and maybe like age. We don't even do gender targeting, none of that crap, right? So, and again, cram all the ads in one ad set. And here's what it does. It gives Meta, Facebook, I'll just keep saying Meta in case some of you may be confused. Meta is literally Facebook and Instagram. It gives Meta this creative freedom to basically pick through all of these ads. And by the way, each one of these video ads also have 3 to 5 ad copies and 3 to 5 headlines that we launch with those video ads. And it gives Meta this immense freedom to go out there and combine and literally try like probably 50 plus variations of our ad, right? If we are running 7 video ads in just this campaign, in others we were running like up to 15, 20 video ads, and then we're running 5 different ad copies and 5 different headlines. If you do the math, we're talking about probably hundreds of combinations that Meta is doing, right? And we're completely trusting Meta's AI, the Advantage Plus AI. But wait, that's not all. Like they would say in the Mr. Proper advertising campaigns. I don't know if you are old enough to remember those, the bold Jack guy. But Advantage Plus and algorithmic targeting is not the only thing that we do for clients better these days. We're also treating the pixel conditioning a lot differently. Back in the day, we were used to basically sending all of the conversions to the same thank you page, right? And let Meta optimize for that. For example, someone watches our VSL, books a call, comes to the thank you page, boom, pixel goes off, and then that's it. That gives Meta essentially information that they should optimize more for people like that. But since Meta has introduced algorithmic targeting and AI novelty in its ecosystem, Pixel can do a lot more precise work as well, which is why now we're also going to give it a lot more accurate data about the kind of leads that we want to target. And here's how we do it. Let's look at our client's ClickFunnels account. As you can see, there's the opt-in page, there's the landing page, but here we are. We have 2 different thank you pages. Not a lot of people do this, so, steal the sauce and do the same thing for your business. 2 different thank you pages based on the answers people give in the form. If they're going to say, I have less than X amount of money to invest, we're going to send them to a DQ thank you page. And it does not completely, by the way, disqualify them. We just allow them to book in with a setter, but only people who say, I have more than, let's say, $5,000, go ahead, book with a closer and come to this thank you page. And our pixel, get this, is only placed on this page. So also when you're seeing these results, essentially close to 100 bookings that we have, these are not just any bookings. These are literally people who said, I have enough money to work with you guy bookings, right? So imagine how many more applications we got on top of that. The ratio we get from unqualified to qualified ratio of people we get is like 1 to 3, 1 to 4, right? So you can only imagine. And the reason why you want to do that is because over time, what Meta and its pixel, what they do is they learn from the data you send them. And if you're placing your pixel on only the page where qualified people go to, well, then that signals to Meta that I'm only going to optimize for the specific profile. And it sure as hell will, because Meta analyzes every Facebook profile on over 3,500 data points. You cannot even fathom how deep and how diverse it can get in essentially in how well it knows its users, including you and me. And this is how it looks on a macro level. People will again come through an ad to a form, and our form typically has that, that question. Let's say we'll ask the question about, like, let's say finances, how much money you have, and we'll have multiple options. Let's say less than 1K, we got 1K to 3K, for example, 3 to 10K, and then 10K plus. Then what we're gonna do is these people we disqualify completely. We don't even let them book a call. These people can go to a setter, and these people can go to a closer. Sometimes when our closers are going to be too super packed, we will actually even send this audience, 3 to 10K audience, to a setter. So our closers only work with people that said we have 10K plus to invest. I'll tell you even a crazier thing. If you do an integration between Typeform and Calendly, what you can also offer, you can also rotate between two different Calendly calendars. So if, for example, people say 1 to 3K, we're going to show them one calendar. We don't even have to send them to a different page where they book a call. We just show them a different calendar. And then if they say 3 to 10K or 10K more, we show them a completely different calendar. Again, and this is one of the biggest things that I see with people. They will have someone fill out the intake form, the sales intake form, and then they'll say submit, and then they have to get redirected to a next page. But a lot of people will drop off because of internet connection, because they're on their mobile, because they're impatient, whatever. There's many things that can happen, and typically, actually, 30 to 40% of people lose connection and never even make to the call booking page. So why do that? That's so many people that you're literally missing out on. In fact, let me actually show you how that looks. I'll just do that. All right, as you can see now, we're on the page where we get the finances question, like a lot of you will. And here's the thing. If they say less than 1K, they're going to be asked an extra question. We're going to say, hey, are you sure you can afford us? Because we're at least $3,000. And if they're going to say loan or credit that they don't have that cash on hand, now they're going to be completely disqualified. They're going to go to a page where it's going to say, sorry, can't work with you, does not make sense. In a polite way, we give them some free resources. If they say, yes, I have access to the capital, because, sometimes people may lie or they may feel shy. They'll say, yeah, I have less than 1,000, but then we'll say, hey, look, unless you have 3,000, we'll not even talk to you. Then they're going to be sent to a Calendly form, and you'll see this. It's a 20-minute call. And as you can see, this is a 20-minute call. This is not a full-blown sales call, right? Now let's go back, and let's say if I pick $2,500 to $5,000, and as you can see, this is a 20-minute call. This is not a full-blown sales call, right? Now let's go back, and let's say if I pick $2,500 to $5,000, boom, no additional questions asked. We just show them the closer's calendar. Let's have a look, and boom, that's it. That's what we're seeing, right? They can immediately book without having to ask any additional questions. And after they book a call with our sales team, they're going to be taken to a thank you page that actually has the pixel on it. So if you have a high ticket business and you're running ads to book sales calls and you're not happy with the lead quality, these are the two things that you should fix to start seeing drastic improvements. Number one, you need to ditch the old way of targeting. You should just go broad, in all honesty, and spend 5 times as much time on creating proper ad copy that really targets your ICP. And here's the difference. You're not going to just say, hey, agency owners who want to scale. That's simply not going to fly with Meta's AI. What you want to say instead is, hey, agency owners that are stuck at only $20,000 per month because you cannot scale the delivery. See the difference? Now you specifically target agency owners that are making $250,000 a year and are stuck, not because of a lead gen problem, but because of a delivery problem. That's how specific you gotta be. Also, you're gonna run a bunch of video ads. 90% of your ads need to be video ads because you're selling your expertise. Or if you run a done with you or done for you service, again, you're selling your expertise, your ability to do something, right, for your client. And then number two, you're gonna use pixel conditioning. Don't let anyone who just applies to work with you on the page with a pixel, because that literally tells Meta, hey, I'm okay to work with people who say less than 1K, and I'm okay to work with people that say more than 10K. So obviously Meta is going to give you both, but you don't need both. You don't want to work with people who say less than 1K unless you're in some special sort of niche. You want the people that are financially qualified. So why send that bad feedback back to Meta's pixel? Don't. And if you want our help personally to implement these changes for you, these and 15 other tricks we got in our bag to help you book more calls with more qualified prospects for less the money, go to nazimconsulting.com and apply to work with us on that page. You're going to see exactly how we work, how we can help you, and all the fantastic case studies and the great work we've done for our clients. So go to nazimconsulting.com, and for this video, like it, give it a thumbs up, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.